chicks everywhere. She's like
She's like
Jason.
a ghost. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's just exactly. It's Jason. Hey, fellow watchers, welcome back. We are watching whatever. I'm Nathan,
Danny.
and today we're here for the Glory episode 14. We are almost done. The last 3 episodes. So episode 13, we saw a lot of things actually. Right, we saw at the end of the episode, Dongwon's mom sets fire to the apartment. The Yeonjin and the corrupt police officer, they're talking about getting rid of all the investigation going on, but he's kind of cocky, saying how he has a retirement plan with Myungho's body. You know, he never got rid of it, he never buried it. And then next thing we know, there's a scene that shows that a body was found somewhere. What
Right,
else?
his
Yeojong
body. Like we
confronts.
saw the tattoos and everything.
Yeah, we saw that tattoo,
Yeah.
so we saw his Myungho's body. Uh,
hmm
Yeojong confronts his father's killer, the serial killer, in prison. Right, they briefly talk, and Yeonjin, there's articles out right now about a certain newscaster who was did some severe bullying and stuff during high school. So they haven't specifically named her, but everyone's pretty much guessing who it is.
Okay.
Anything you
Yeah.
want to add before we start?
No, I mean, it's it's near the end of the show, so everything's starting to like, to what is it? Come to its kind of like conclusion. So it's really interesting. I think this still like there's a couple of the husband I feel like could still be like a like the trump card in this somehow, if he really doesn't side with his wife. One thing I was thinking is maybe this and I know this is not true, but I was thinking, what if this is all like her dream, like like in that scene where she's on the roof and we see like that angle like above her. I was thinking,
Mm-hmm.
we thought maybe that's like like an angel or something. I was thinking maybe it's like her spirit leaving her body and she's like watching herself like die like on the roof, like she's like half naked and covered in snow. And I was thinking, what if this is all just like her dream? And then I was thinking, yeah, that makes sense then. Like the handsome like doctor is attracted to her right away. Like her rival's husband would rather be with her than like I was like everything is kind of working out like perfectly. And then I was thinking like but in this situation then like the old lady who like the real estate lady is like an angel and her mom
Mm-hmm.
would be like the devil or a
Yeah.
demon, right? And we actually see them like confront each other at one point, and then especially like in the last episode with like the mom setting fire to like the apartment and everything. Like it's kind of like that like hellish like demon type of imagery. And so that's one
Yeah.
thing I was thinking. Maybe everything's working out so perfectly and everything because it's just like her dying like fantasy. Like I don't know. That's something I was thinking. Yeah. I mean, I think I'd be
That's
really
very interesting.
disappointed. Yeah, I would think it's really disappointing if that's real. Like if it's all a dream or whatever, that would suck so bad. But yeah, I was thinking like I wonder if there's enough clues and things like if we went back and watched it, if we could actually piece together like a decent theory about this. But yeah,
Mhm.
that's
Yeah,
that's
I
what I'm
think
thinking.
anyone who watched this show would be severely upset if this was just a dream sequence.
Right, right, yeah,
Netflix would get a
right.
lot of angry and hateful emails.
Right, because it wouldn't satisfy our like our thirst for revenge or whatever, right?
Yeah, because if she died there, that means everyone else gets away with it. So, everyone watching here on YouTube, this is an edited version. So, the show itself obviously is edited down for copyright reasons. Some of the stuff that we'll say while we're watching the program for time, reasons for time, we edit those out. Our end commentary and stuff like that, we those are also cut down for times for time reasons. But if you are watching us here on YouTube, we ask that you please like and subscribe to the channel. Check out everything that we have coming up and that what we've been putting up here already. For everyone who is watching us on Patreon, thank you for your support. and we're going to start the show.
Got the gangsters doing the dirty work for them still. They're dumping the body, huh?
Yeah, the tattoo guys.
Right.
Yeah, they dumped the body. It was Sohee's mom.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recognize her.
어디 딴 거예요? 아저씨 하와이행 티켓이?
분명 여기 내 손으로.
He's getting like ghosted by his like gangsters.
I think he's probably calling the guy who was kind of overseeing the place.
Right, like the Undertaker.
The cigarette store owner. Yeah.
Yeah.
손명우 죽었대. 어젯밤에 시체로 발견됐대. 너 좆됐어, 연진아. 난 친구를 둘이나 잃었네, 방금.
What friends?
Yeah. You were really friends with the pores.
Yeah.
The two pores.
똥값이라도 상관없으니까 하려고.
Skip out and run. I wish I had a safe full of that.
Yeah, man.
어디 갔다 와? 야, 연진이는 계속 하냐?
예, 용돈 버리면 됩니다. 예, 조심히 가십시오.
Yeah, at least the whole place didn't burn down.
Right.
That mom is the first.
Yeah. And that's what she said last episode,
She
right?
said
You
that.
were the first person
Yeah.
to betray me.
Yeah.
True, man.
술은 얼마나 자주 드세요?
난 평생 술 한 잔도 입에 못 대는 사람이에요.
You look like alcohol is the least of the things you ingest.
한번 드시기 시작하면 얼마나 드세요? 병으로 얘기해 보세요.
안 먹는다니까! 어디서 돌팔이 새끼가! 쌍년! 둘이 짜지!
Why is it in English?
I was wondering that too, and I think probably because it's such an international language, if anyone else needed to see it,
Oh, right.
they would all have be able to access it.
Right.
That's my guess.
Sure.
Get her committed.
이쪽으로 오세요.
너 이건 나만 할 수 있는 거야, 엄마. 내가 엄마의 유일한 핏줄이니까.
Pictured as like
I like-
bloodline, and the
Yeah.
mom was constantly saying, dude, like,
Yeah.
stronger than
Yeah, you're my
anything else.
blood. Exactly. And I
Right.
like how they brought it full circle.
Yeah.
Her mom was the one who signed the form for her
Right.
to get kicked out of school. And now she's the one who's signing the form to get her mother
Right.
committed.
다 골랐어?
아니요 아직.
뭐가 더 비싸? 그걸로 해줘.
아, 어제 불났다던데 그대 계셨어요? 어쩌다 그랬대요. 보상은 해준대요.
보상은 무슨 아무 말 안 했어. 거기 세던 양반이 내 생명의 은인이거든.
What?
So there's an actual connection with her and Dong-Eun.
Right. Oh, so she's not a random guardian angel. My theory's falling apart.
박연진은 그년 어떻게 됐어? 내 핸드폰은 찾아봤어?
그 옛날 거? 예전 네 방에 다 있던데.
중요한 추억이 들었거든.
아 저기
So you've got the poor girl in the back looking at their skirts.
와씨 커플러 어떡하냐 박연진 쪽팔려서 이런 순간은 또 기록을 해줘야지.
Is that the girl from Singles Inferno?
I don't know.
벗어. 너도
I've
니네
never
엄마처럼
seen
기
it.
먹었어? 벗으라고
Dang,
말대답만
man.
처하지 말고.
Are you deaf like your mom?
미안해 연진. 이거 진짜 아니고 짝퉁. 내가 전엔 꼭 죽인다.
now he knows Dong-Hyun isn't the only girl they did it to.
Right.
사실일까요?
하도영 씨가 어느 쪽으로 가고 싶은지에 달렸죠.
That's what I still don't know, man.
Which way is he gonna choose?
다는 아니고요. 어차피 저는 좋은 선생은 못 되니까요. 부탁하신 주소는 여기예요. 어머니세요. 그리고 그 친구 이름은 윤소희입니다.
지금도 어디 안치실에 있다고? 어느 병원에 있습니까?
서울 주병원에 있어요.
근데 서울 주병원 오노일 같더라고요.
I wonder who would be richer in this situation.
Oh, it's gotta be this dude, man. I mean, he's like a chaebol status, right? Where those
Yeah,
other people, I
I
mean, they're
get-
probably rich with their own hospital and whatnot, but
하도영 씨도 고통스럽잖아요.
Yeah, probably he seems more of a chaebol status.
yeah.
I think you're right.
이 복수가 끝나면 문동훈 씨는 행복해집니까?
행복해 죽을 만큼 딱 그만큼만 행복해졌으면 좋겠거든요.
Yeah, he's gonna do whatever is best for his kid, and so it's better to keep her away from his wife.
손명호 죽었다며. 경찰에선 뭐래?
손명호가 어디서 발견됐는지 얘기해주던데?
어디서 발견됐는데?
그때 그 폐건물 윤소희 떨어진대.
미안해. 진짜 미안해, 연진아. 그 옷은 다 버렸어, 정말이야. 그래? 진짜 고마워, 연진아.
너지? 명호랑 마지막으로 본 거. 시에스타에서.
나 예솔이 엄마잖아. 네 딸 예솔이 엄마.
She's playing that
이제
card.
다 알았으니까 어떡할 거야?
Now it's your daughter.
Right.
구해줘야지. 예솔이랑 나 네가 구해야지.
He should have recorded this and sent it to her husband.
어떻게 한 거야?
사고했어. 처리도 다 했는데 왜 이렇게 됐는지 모르겠어. 예솔이랑 갈게. 너한테 갈게, 재준아. 우리 예솔이 살인자 딸로 만들면 안 되잖아. 난 그날 너랑 같이 있었던 거야. 맞지?
The same alibi she used for
Yeah.
Sohee's death.
그렇구나.
This is scary.
I know. They both have that look of just
Yeah, they're just like, dude, calculating.
Yeah, Yeah, exactly. I was just gonna say calculating.
예솔이 어딨어요?
친구분이 오셔서요.
와, 예솔이 너무 잘 그린다. 우리 예솔이 약 좋아해?
What the?
변호사 빵빵하게 썼나 보다. 어떻게 벌써 나와?
다 네 년이야. 내 전시회에 기사 쓴 그 새끼 너 빨아주던 새끼잖아. 확폭 터진 날에 일반 시민의 마약이 실시간으로 생중계되는 건 말이 되고 네 학폭도 없자고 날 터뜨려.
Wow, she really believes that.
Right. She's losing it. Woo!
Jeez, man. She's on the verge of just a psychotic break. See, I missed it the first time when I watched it, where she thinks that Yeonjin was the one who
Right.
reported her tax evasion.
Yeah. To cover up for her like drama, right?
Yeah. So I didn't realize it the first time around.
멀어요. 태워줄까요?
사람 잘못 보셨어요. 저 좋아하는 사람 있어요.
안 탈 거면 갈 거예요.
안 갈 거 다 알거든요. 저기요, 고객님.
You want to play? I'll play.
나만 조심하면 뭐해. 이렇게 달려오는데.
나 왜 조심하는데요?
다정한 미친놈이니까.
She
He
knows.
was crazy. Yeah.
송은 후배가 생명의 은인이라고 하시던데.
아닐 거예요. 누구 살릴 여유도 없었고 그렇게 착하게 살질 않아서.
그럼 이따 또 봐요. 아직 1km 남아서.
Thinking that hug kind of parallels the previous hug that we saw. But one was like this creepy, calculating, like they're trying to use each other type like hug, and this was like
Yeah.
so genuine and nice or whatever.
예 아니오로만 대답하라고 부검하는지 안 하는지.
The thing on his head.
자살이나 사고사란 증거가
Is that like a
없으면 부검이
perm?
원칙이야.
I just saw steam coming up, so I think it's like a hair relaxer.
못 막네 이건. 오케이 엄마 쪽은 손절.
Hey, fellow watchers, don't forget to like and subscribe, and check us out on our Patreon. Links are in the description below. And now back to our program.
10월 19일 손명호 폰에 녹음된 파일인데 들어봐요 들고 가서. 손명호 알잖아. 그 새끼 마지막 행적이 여기고 그 마지막 목격자가 연진이니까. 원래 여기에 그 그립감 좋은 비싼 술이 한 병 딱 있었는데 그 병 어디 있는지 물어봐 줄래요 연진이한테? 존나 비싼 살인이었네 연진아 하고.
So he's fully done with her.
원하는 게 뭐야?
난 이거 경찰에 안 넘길 테니까 당신은 이혼하고 친권 포기해. 옛날에 말이야 내가 연진이 알리바이를 대준 적이 있거든. 그 옥상에 같이 있던 애가 죽었다나. 이번엔 당신이 대줄 거야? 연진이 알리바이?
The acting's pretty good. He's like,
Yeah, just trying to figure out what to do and
yeah.
trying to make sense of everything. I mean, imagine if you found out that your wife had like killed several people.
Yeah.
I mean, it's outsiders we can easily see, oh, divorce or get rid of her, right? But when it's actually your
Right.
personal, it's much harder.
Yeah, man.
오늘 좀 봐.
I love how they miscalculate that kind of stuff though. Because have you ever seen what 100 grand looks like in person?
No, man.
Like in actuality?
No.
100,000, not in person, but $100,000 is only a stack about this big.
Really?
One stack, yeah, one stack,
Oh.
right? So $1 million would only be 10 stacks of that, right? It wouldn't fill anything near that bag. Even with the Korean won doubling it, it still wouldn't fill anything near that bag.
Oh.
But you remember those movies where $1 million is a suitcase full of cash, hundreds?
All right.
It's like, no, it's not that much.
Really? I wish there was a way we could like actually put that to the test in real life, man.
Verify that, yeah.
Yeah, whether it's yours or mine or ours.
How about our watchers? They want to help out with that?
Right.
So he's rushed out to get the money now.
But what?
죽었어? 확실히 죽은 거지? 아우씨, 음주 아니고 속도 지켰고 그 때문에 시 안 보였고 수습해. 명백한 증인이잖아 너. 어디서 사람을 병신으로 보고 네가 저 새끼랑 짜고 나 협박하는 거 내가 모를 줄 알았어? 너 아니면 저 새끼가 어떻게 알아? 우리가 공범이란 증거 나 안 없앴거든? 이건 우리 둘 다 죽던가 둘 다 살던가.
Wow, this lady's crazy, dude.
Yeah, she's nuts, man. There goes the shaman.
근데 같이 오신 거예요? 응? 연진이 엄마라 그런가 즉답 쪽이시던데. 붕, 쾅.
너 뭐야?
They translated as "Who are you?" but it's "What are you?"
What are you? Yeah.
주여정 씨는 이런데 왜요? 난 그게 더 이상한데.
제가 여기 주인이거든요.
화장실 찾다가요. 너무 나랑 다른 핑계가 생각도 안 나네.
He locked her in.
그년이 뭐라고 했는지 모르지만 제대로 알지도 못한 척 끼어들지 마.
근데 아까 뭐 찾으시던데 이거죠? 받으세요. 이젠 뭐가 더 필요하진 않아서요. 문은 직접 여시면 돼요. 쇠사슬은 페이크예요. 안 잠겼어요. 운전 조심하시고요. 오늘 같은 날엔 무단횡단 사고 많거든요.
She's probably like, "What the hell is going on right now?
Yeah,
Where
I
did
mean,
this guy come from?"
he buys the mortuary that the guy was keeping the body in. Found your thing. Talks about all this stuff.
갑자기 튀어나오니까 너무 걱정 말고 과실치사는 유가족하고 합의가 중요하니까 연락 잘하고.
빗길이라 못 봤어요. 정말 죄송합니다. 정말 죄송합니다.
And look of disgust on his face.
손명호 씨 메일함을 보니까 손명호 씨가 윤소희 씨 사건을 조사하고 있었고, 근데 그 정보를 준 사람이 문동훈 씨던데요.
그게 불법인가요?
대체 뭡니까?
전 이미 다 말씀드렸는데요. 형사님은 안 믿으셨지만.
I mean, if you're a cop, wouldn't you like look into it at least instead of just being like, oh, like people lie all the time, you know?
Well, I guess it depends on how like how he looked into it and what the information was, right? Because obviously they do get lots of false information a lot of times.
소희의 증거품 목록을 보면 현장에서 발견된 라이터가 하나 있어요. 라이터는 딸깍 할 때 DNA 같은 게 남지 않나요?
And it could be possible with Yeonjin's mom with the money and stuff that she has and the police officer she has in her pocket that maybe they put things in a way that it seemed like the evidence wasn't real.
Right, right. That's true.
엄마가 전에도 얘기했지. 사람은 누구나 실수해. 근데 해결 방법은 뒤에 없어. 늘 앞에 있어.
Again.
누가 죽은 건 어제고 오늘은 오늘의 일을 해야지.
이 파일 원본을 가지고 있는 거면 빨리 결정을 하셔야겠습니다.
영국 아일랜드 소도시로 예솔이 보낼 곳 좀 알아봐 주세요.
Get his daughter away from all this mess. I do like that about his character is that no matter what, he's always thinking about his daughter.
Right. I think one thing about the show is like the relationship between like parents and their children is key, right? To how these kids will grow up and stuff. And I think, do you think it would be easier for him to like, it's easier for him to send his daughter to England or Ireland because it's not really his kid? Like if that was actual blood, do you think he would have tried to find a different solution?
No, I think the thought process for him there is that
that's just the best, right?
Before everything comes to light, protecting his daughter from all the news and all, all the media reporters that'll come around and stuff, send her away so that she doesn't have to be bombarded with that.
Right.
Especially at that young of an age.
Right.
Korea really is beautiful when it snows. I know you hate it, but
I hate it.
Same thing as what she did.
좀 있으면 큰 굿이 있어요. 준비 중이세요.
Oh, it's for
이런 거 보고 드려야 하나 모르겠는데 강현남 그 아줌마 남편이요. 그 새끼 어제 죽었대요. 무단횡단하다가 차에 받쳤대요.
She's the one who's having the ceremony, right?
Yeah. And she also knows that she lost her Trump card.
남편 맞아요.
She happy?
I feel bad for her because I mean, I'm sure she's relieved and somewhat happy, but at the same time,
Walk
it
away
looks
smiling, no? Maybe she's like free.
But you also got to think they're married, so at one point there was love somewhere.
Oh.
So, it looks like it's a mixture of relief and happiness with sadness.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that was
because
really
we're
good.
I mean, it's not 100% sure like what's going on.
오랜만이야.
Yeah.
잘 있었어? 연진아, 나야 소희.
당신 뭐 하는 거야?
이 옷 벗을까?
또 뭐야?
So my thought here was, Dong-Eun put her up to this, right? But how did she know what they talked about?
그럼 벗어? 지금이라도?
She must have heard this conversation, maybe?
Unless she's up there on the roof with them, I doubt you'd hear that.
1분. 내 인내심.
That's what she said to Myung-ho.
벗으라니까? 제발 그만해. 나 이제 너 안 무서워. 너 자체는 아무것도 아니니까. 생각해보면 너도 참 불쌍해. 그래서 내가 너 용서해줄 거야.
The eye twitch was crazy.
Like I said, I mean, I hate her in the show, but her actual ability to portray this kind of character is really good.
불쌍한 년이 복불 좀 정리해줘도 될까? 움직이면 내일은 학교로 찾아간다.
That right there would be attempted murder.
Yeah.
Arson and attempted murder.
더 나불거려 보라고.
Oh shit.
She had headphones in.
Yeah. So maybe the shaman's real. She has real powers, dude.
Maybe. That's like the one question I Here's that ringtone. Trauma from that sound, right?
Right.
엄마 나 어떡해. 나 사고 친 것 같아. 그냥 옥상에서 장난치다가 불이 붙었는데
We're messing around and she caught fire.
지가 그냥 발버둥 치다가 떨어졌어.
정신 차려 박연재. 일단 거기서 멀리 나와. 신서장 아저씨 전화 걸 거야. 울지 말고 제대로 받아.
없어. 진짜야. 없어.
She leaves her lighter.
They didn't check that back then?
Was DNA that big of a thing back then?
Oh, maybe not.
I don't remember.
We'll just have to think the cops are like incompetent or they were like paid off. Chicks everywhere. She's like Jason.
She's like a ghost. Yeah, she's just exactly. It's Jason. Oh man.
Oh man. So close to the end, dude.
I know.
Okay.
Really quickly, I know you gotta go.
Uh-huh.
So with that episode, now I'll give my impression first. The one thing I didn't care for in that episode was how Hyun-Nam's husband died.
Okay.
Right? To me, it just wasn't a satisfying death for someone who was so bad and such a horrible person.
Right.
It just kind of seemed like, oh, there it is. He got hit and died.
Right.
And when I saw it the first time, I was like, what the hell? Right?
It's not like satisfying enough.
It wasn't, right?
Oh, that's funny.
You know, and obviously, and I'm sure you understood exactly what went on, right? What happened and how that led to. Because I know some people I've talked to, they were confused about that whole thing.
I'm a little bit confused, actually.
Okay.
Yeah,
so what did you understand from it?
So he was lured there for the money.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know why he was wandering around in the street, though. That's like the part I don't get.
So he was lured. The phone call he got initially was from the shaman.
Okay.
Right. And then you remember the Yeonjin's mom had told the shaman, she's like, should I give the $1 billion won to him or to you?
Right.
So the shaman calls him there, and I'm sure the mom had set up with her that she's gonna be driving down and call him. So when he got there, the shaman called him again and said, "Come across and up to the bridge.
Oh, okay.
To get your money." So that's when I guess he started crossing the street and got hit.
All right.
Now, obviously, the timing of that is
it's like just coincidence
it's
or
godly.
fate, or right. Yeah. Okay. Maybe it's because the shaman has real powers, man. We've seen it, dude.
I mean, it could be. We don't know yet. Right?
Right.
And I remember one of the things I was going to talk to you about before you had seen Deadpool was I kind of associated Dong-Eun with Domino, right? Because Domino's power is just luck.
Right.
Everything works out in her favor. So
right.
I was like, it seems kind of like that too here.
That's hilarious. Yeah. Maybe it's like it's kind of like a karma or like a cosmic retribution or whatever. Like she suffered so much. Now everything's got to go her way or whatever, right?
Yeah, I believe that's what it's supposed to be interpreted as, because of all because obviously we also feel that in our own lives, right? If something goes really wrong, we're like that something has to go right, right? Something has to
Right.
return to us.
Right.
So to give us that satisfaction there.
Right.
But well, any 2 more episodes. Any thoughts real quick before we end?
I think you know, earlier I thought the doctor and the husband would have a showdown. I think that was one of my predictions. I highly doubt that's gonna happen now. I think one thing like the storyline with the husband and what he was like planning to do with his wife's situation. I think him being so exacting and precise, I feel like they kind of messed up there because he seemed like very kind of not in control of the situation. You know, it seems like he would have been the type of dude as soon as like he found out certain things, he would have started preparing to separate from his wife. I don't know why. I mean, maybe it's out of loyalty or affection or something like that. But if he's super protective of his daughter, then I think like it goes against character for him to be so like I don't know what I'm doing type of thing a little bit for me. I think really thought he was gonna be like the wild card where like maybe he would side like he seems like a good rational dude, but he would side with his wife and then fight Tonglin. But I think we've seen that he's attracted to her. We've seen that he's like a pretty like good guy or whatever. So it makes sense that he would kind of do the right thing in this situation. I don't know. And so but I feel like I don't know if he's not like gonna be against Honglin, then she's gonna win. There's no way. There's like everyone else is pretty fail. Like they can't beat her. I mean, she's planned this, and she's like like especially if we go with that Go analogy, like some of those people they don't even know how to play. Like she's just outclasses them in terms of like the planning that's happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. So or maybe that was part of her plan too. Like she knew like this is the dude who might be like the one who could like defeat me. So she like kind of got herself into his life or whatever so that she could take him out of the picture. Maybe that was it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I also feel that with the husband, right? With Toyoung, that maybe he might have been on Yeonjin's side initially if it was just like a bullying thing,
right?
Right, because initially it kind of seemed that way, right?
Right.
Like he was still kind of taking her side, but I think once they start revealing exactly what was happening,
Like the
and then
severity
he
of
finds
it.
out the fact that and he finds out that she actually killed
Yeah, she's a
someone,
murderer.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
that shock just kind of got to him. Of
Right.
now at the point you would question everything.
Right. Right.
So I think that's what they're trying to show with that.
Okay.
I do agree with you though that I think it would have probably gotten a lot more intense if he just went for Yeonjin's side and to protect her.
Right. Because
Like from earlier on.
Right. I think yeah, I guess they had to leave that up to doubt. I think then right now her main nemesis is Yeonjin, who I don't feel like could compete in this from the beginning, like she had no
Yeah,
chance of beating Tonglin.
She screwed up from the beginning.
Right. And like all of the people on her side, like her mom, who's obviously a like psychopath and a murderer herself, and and the cop, their failure was they were all like kind of greedy, and they were all like trying to plot against each other, keeping the name tag, keeping the bodies and all this stuff. I think that's another parallel, right? Like the good guys were trying to keep a body to kind of get justice, and the bad guys were keeping a body to like screw each other over, and in the end like it all backfires on them.
Yeah, and it also plays into Myung-ho's situation, right? He went off script, started doing things on his own, and that's eventually what got him killed.
Right. I wonder what her actual plan was for him.
Yeah, I'm very curious about what she would have done with him.
Right.
Because he was not innocent at all.
Right. And I'm still curious what she's planning to do with with the other girl. I think
Hye-Jung?
yeah, I mean, I think like maybe is her punishment just keeping her poor or whatever? Like I don't know. Like how do you
That
like
would be the ultimate punishment for her, I think,
uh-huh.
right? Because her only goal was to marry rich and have a good life.
Right. But then I imagine like even if she can't get that one dude who bought her like the ring, or she can't get what's his name?
Taejun?
Yeah, Chejun, she's still like attractive enough to like fulfill that dream eventually, I'm sure, so there
I'm
must be
sure she has.
something else.
Yeah,
She
I'm
has
sure she
some
has other plans
she has something up her
as
sleeve for
backup.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. I guess like if you reveal like specifically who was the bully in that report, like the weather girl A or whatever, then yeah, she's probably the type of person like if she's like her mom, we'll all go down together, maybe
Yeah.
she'll take down everyone with her, maybe
Yeah.
that's what it is. Um,
So we'll find out. We got 2 more episodes.
all right.
All right. Well, everyone, thank you very much for joining us. Again, for everyone on YouTube, please like and subscribe to the channel. Leave us a comment. Give us your thoughts about what you thought about, Yeonjin's husband Do-Young and how his role is playing out. Anything about the show, or even what we're doing on here. Give us some recommendations for what we can react to next. Anyone watching us on Patreon, thank you for your support. And we will see you again next time for episode 15 of The Glory. Bye.
Thank you.